The investigation. I needed to know more, so I reached out to a friend of mine who was a cop. He recommended I get in touch with a former officer who had become a private investigator. I contacted Ron, paid his retainer, and handed him the emails along with the limited details I had about my wife's actions. Ron was thorough and quickly got to work. His report was exactly what I needed, complete with photos, timestamps, and locations, showing how my wife would take the kids to her parents, meet this guy for lunch, then go to a rundown motel for hours before picking up the kids and returning home. At this point, I knew what I had to do. I hired a divorce lawyer. My parents' infidelity had torn my childhood apart, and I wasn't about to let that happen to my kids. I also asked Ron to dig deeper into this guy. He delivered. I found out his name was Bob, that he was married with 3 kids, and that he worked as a vice president of sales for his father-in-law's business. Interesting, to say the least. With all this information, I had my lawyer draft the divorce papers. I also requested a few more copies of Ron's report and had one last thing I needed him to do for me.